Thanks, Emily, and yeah, there's loads of what-ifers in the room. Thanks for, looks like there's a mic here or something. Thanks for hosting like Makerble. It's been really cool. I mean, I have these moments every now and again where I'm just like, I look in the mirror, that happens a lot. But I take a step back, and my brother's here, he knows this, he can validate it. I'm just like, this idea began like 10 years ago, and to have like an amazing team of like colleagues and amazing volunteers that have come on board, but then a company like What If, which has proven its ability in coming up with ideas to be like, we think you guys are really hot and it could be really cool. Like it's really encouraging. So thanks to the What Ifers and like all the stuff that you do, like just the general encouragement and stuff like that, it really means a lot. So thank you. And the space is pimped out. We love it. I just wanted to say a little bit about, I guess, like where Makerble came from and why we're excited about it. But then I really wanted to introduce everyone to the members of the team because, like for me, I felt that my journey, kind of up until about this summer, I kind of saw myself as a founder. Like I was just trying to move this forward, doing it all myself. But then with people like being involved, but I think this summer, like people came on board more. Like Abby joined full time, and people like upped their time, and new people came on board. And I feel like I'm now being a CEO and just really trying to help the team be great. And the team is awesome, so I can talk more about them later. But I guess where Makerble came from, it kind of started by accident because I didn't manage my money properly, and that still happens to this day. So let's see what that now brings. But I was trying to sponsor a child and I couldn't afford to, and so I decided, okay, I'm going to cancel this £15 a month sponsorship. But one of my things, and again, like my family can testify to this, I often look to other people for help in things like tidying my room or getting me a cup of hot water, as my housemates can testify. So like I thought, okay, what if I get my friends to put in £1 a month each and we can sponsor a kid for £1? So that's what we did, and that ran for like 3 years after I finished uni. And then I thought, okay, what was useful, what was interesting is that I realized that there were all these students who joined into this sponsor a kid for £1 idea. And I guess the thing that I realized was, this is an idea that is getting people to give more than they would give otherwise. And I just thought that was really valuable. And I thought, okay, this idea can maybe be applied to other things. And so that's where the idea of Makerble came from. Like, how could we take this same like child sponsorship approach of showing people where their money goes and apply that to every cause so that everyone can feel so that much closer to the work that's happening in the world. And I think when I look at all the stats around charitable giving and the state of charities, like 1 in 6 charities consider themselves at risk of closure due to like financial constraints, and then there's like a whole £665 million that people would give extra to charity each year if they knew where their money went. And that's like the annual income of like half the charities in the UK. So it's like, if we could solve if we could find a way to get people to give more, we could have this massive impact on the world. And I think that's what personally motivates me, the fact that like Makerble is just something that releases all this resource. People have all this generosity and desire to like do good in the world. They just need a way to like just release that. I feel like Makerble is just a valve that does it. And so yeah, and it's been awesome like having a team that's kind of believed in that as well and wanting to jump on board. So and for you guys here, like it means a lot to have you all here in this room. Like where we are now, like this is 16th of October, long awaited like first little soft launch of Makerble. Where the product is, I'm really proud of it. Like the design is cool. We've got like all these tiles that show you what the charities are doing with their money. And if you haven't had a tour yet, we've got loads of iPads so we can show you how it works. But I guess what we want from you today is like, just kind of give us any feedback you have about Makerble, but moreover, use it and spread it, because without you guys like taking part in it, it's just an idea, and I have loads of those on paper. So let's make this something that really like lives and breathes. Like as Emily said, like we really are open to feedback. Any suggestions you have about how we can make it better, please give them to us. Any suggestions you have for charities, please send them our way. We want to make this awesome. We want to have like a massive impact in the world, and it feels really simple. And when I travel, like I was invited to speak in like New York about Makerble, it's amazing how people are just like, everywhere I go, be it Finland or New York or Singapore, speaking to the UN there, they're just like, this idea is massive, like when does it come to our country? And when we had people from AbbVie looking at Makerble, thanks for coming today, and they were like a team from Europe, again there was this kind of echoing sense of there's nothing like this in the world, which is so crazy because it's such a simple idea, like giving people updates about where their money goes. So I'm really privileged the fact that we're the ones who are able to actually take this forward, because it feels like a real honour. So thanks for being part of it in terms of all the encouragement that you've given and like listening to us talking about it, probably like a lot. But yeah, let's do this and make it happen. So.